This message is brought to you by littlebluepiggy.com. If you're interested in building wealth for your family or learning how to save or invest, please visit littlebluepiggy.com, where financial literacy is made easy. Many of us struggle to have a high credit score. A high credit score can help you find a way to own a home. It can help you obtain a lower interest rate on a car. It can even impact your ability to get a job. But don't feel bad if you've struggled with your credit score, for many people have gone through the same thing. But with some education, training and information, perhaps this discussion will help you obtain a credit score that will make you proud. The highest your credit score can reach is 850. This is what happens when everything goes right. While we fully expect things to go well for us financially, sometimes things can go wrong. For many of us, the credit score can be a source of stress and trouble. The score also fluctuates over time, making it extremely difficult to keep your score at such a high level. This is why credit expertise from places like littlebluepiggy.com can help you solve the financial mysteries that might cause you to struggle. The score that most creditors review is the FICO score, which measures on a 300 to 850 scale. Only 1% of the population has been able to obtain a perfect credit score. This is extremely rare, so if you are in that category, we congratulate you on having credit perfection. So, what do you do if you're seeking to get into the perfect category? Excellent credit can be achieved, but it only comes after years of good financial habits. The biggest factor in a credit score is whether you pay on time. If you don't pay bills on time, your score will surely drop. So, make sure you are communicating with your creditors to ensure that everything is being paid at the time expected. If a late payment is recorded, find out what happened, and perhaps the creditor will even take it off your score if you provide a valid explanation. Another big part of your score is how much of your potential credit you actually use. If you max out all of your credit cards, this will harm your credit score. Most people with excellent credit only use a very small percentage of their available credit. This allows them to have excess financial capacity in the event of a rainy day. The length of your credit history is a very important factor, giving an advantage to older consumers, who've been in the credit system for a long time. So, if you don't have a long credit history, take the time to build credit by paying loans back early, and doing other things that will define you to be a quality credit risk. All of these factors point to stability. The more stable you are, the better of an investment you are. Banks don't like to take heavy risks. If you see anything on your credit report that harms you, you may want to also dispute that item on your credit report. According to the law, if the company does not provide confirmation of the debt within a specific period of time, the Bureau must remove that item from your credit report. A score of over 720 is considered quite good. You can get most credit with this score. It's easier to get car loans than mortgages, but you shouldn't be tempted to borrow too much for a car. This is considered bad debt and doesn't improve your net worth. Another thing you shouldn't do is open new accounts just to increase your credit score. If you're not careful, you might be doing more harm than good. According to FICO, about 20% of its credit scores are over 800. Typically, those with a credit score of 800 or higher have these things in common: they have a credit history that exceeds 25 years. They owe less than $3,500 on their credit cards. They also use only 7% of their total credit capacity. There are no late payments on their credit report in the last 7 years either. This is pretty impressive, but you can do it too. If you're just starting your credit history, you may want to open some installment accounts just to establish a solid payment history. This can help early, but don't open new accounts once your score is high. To learn more about credit, investing and building wealth, please visit littlebluepiggy.com.